Okay, let's see if we're live. Okay, Hare Krishna. So in this video, we'll be discussing a question from one of our viewers who has been watching our Zoom Ishtagoshti meetings. He asked a very important question. So I told him that we'll go over it in the video and have a live discussion on it. So here is his question. Okay, this Prabhu sent a question via Facebook. So we can see here. He asked the question, Hare Krishna Ronald Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I frequently listen to your discussions with Narayan Prabhu and some other devotees. Then he comments, those discussions are usually very interesting and eye-opening. I have gained tremendous insight and direction from them so far. Thank you very much, Prabhu, and please keep up the wonderful service. Then he asked the question, I have a few questions. I'm seeking answers for, will appreciate if you can kindly shed some light on them. Is there a relationship between the May 28th, 1977 conversation on the Ritviks officiating acharyas and the July 9th letter, 1977? What is the difference between these terms, Ritvik and officiating acharyas? Those who are guided by the July 9th.
Three separate points.
Yes,
right?
three separate points. I will read it over again. Those
So
who are
point number one, right?
yes, point number one. Is there a relationship between the May 29th, 1977 conversation on Ritviks officiating acharyas and the July 9th letter 1977? This is the first point right here. Okay.
Right.
And the second is, what is the, so now I'm going to do the second one here. What is the difference between the terms Ritviks and officiating acharyas? Okay. What is the difference between the terms Ritviks and officiating acharyas? And then he says here, those who are guided by the July 9th letter to accept Diksha from Srila Prabhupada, are they wrong? So we see here. Okay, so Narayan Prabhu wrote a response to this his questions. So we're going to read that. 1 second here. Let me load that up. And then we'll... Yes.
Prabhu, Narayan Prabhu has said it several times in his speeches, in his lectures, that Ritvik is a word used by Tamal Krishna Maharaj. We don't use Ritvik. We have discussed this several times. And officiating Acharya, the next officiating Acharya is the exact word we should use. Yeah.
Because
Excellent.
it was what Prabhupada said. And if we choose Prabhupada or Tamal, now that we know that Tamal was in charge of poisoning Prabhupada, why would we choose Tamal over Prabhupada?
Yes.
It's just like choosing the murderer of your father over your father.
Okay, so Narayan Prabhu, this is your response here. 1 second. 1 second here. Trying to load this up here. Okay, this is not working properly. 1 second. So I'd just like to mention to anyone who's watching online on Facebook and YouTube, if they have any questions, they can write to us, and then we'll discuss their question and discuss it here in the meeting. So you can rest assured that everything will be, discussed. And if you're not satisfied, you can ask following questions, meaning follow-up questions.
Because we do not claim to be right. We
Yes.
only claim to try to speak the truth.
Exactly.
And if someone else speaks the truth and proves that what I, or anyone on this site is mistaken, we will then enter into discussion until we resolve that point.
Jai. Okay.
That's Mr. Gosti.
Haribol. Okay, so here, Narayan Prabhu wrote a response to this devotee, which I'm reading online. And this is here. If you'd like to see the response, I can forward it to you. Just send me a message. But here you can see it on my screen. So Narayan Prabhu writes, note, the May 28th tape is not a forensic tape and cannot be admitted into any legal dispute. It is for information only. Okay? Note, the May 28th tape is not a forensic tape and cannot be admitted into any legal dispute. It is for information only. Okay. Then Narayan Prabhu comments, in the May 28th tape, Srila Prabhupada stated that he would appoint some officiating acharyas. Tamal asked if that was the same as Ritvik, and Srila Prabhupada said yes. When Srila Prabhupada once again chose the term officiating acharya leading up to the July 9th letter, Tamal once again asked if that was the same as Ritvik. And Srila Prabhupada once again said, yes. Since I am an initiated disciple of Srila Prabhupada, not Tamal, I have no reason to accept Tamal's forcing the term Ritvik into the July 9th letter. The purpose of Srila Prabhupada using the term officiating acharya was to underlie the fact that officiating acharyas had performed the majority of initiations in behalf of Srila Prabhupada since 1970. Okay, so I just read up to here. I think that is very clear to anyone that Srila Prabhupada was not able to be everywhere and anywhere. So he appointed his disciples to act on his behalf as officiating acharyas. And they did the 5 sacrifice, and they also chanted on the beads of the devotees. Hanumat Prasheka Swami told me that he was initiated by one of his god brothers, in a sense, in officiating acharya way, you know. So he personally told me that, and there is a video of that on my channel. So let me continue reading. At the same time of his entering Samadhi, Srila Prabhupada had over 5,000 initiated disciples, which would have been impossible for him to initiate all of them personally, or to chant on all of the initiation beads personally. So he used initiating acharyas, officiating acharyas, who were generally the temple presidents or the delegates who had the time to perform the 5 sacrifices in the various temples as officiating acharyas in behalf of Srila Prabhupada. Note, the process of officiating acharyas was not a new thing, but Srila Prabhupada processes for the majority of initiations starting around 1970. When formulating the July 9th letter, Tamal insisting on using the term Ritvik was a deliberate act to prevent the term officiating acharya to continue as Srila Prabhupada standard. Okay, this was the first response by Narayan Prabhu. And then we're going to read the second part. No one had ever heard the term Ritvik before, but Narayan Maharaj had used the term to describe how he became the Ritvik who performed Srila Prabhupada's sannyas initiation in behalf of Keshav Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada's god brother. After which Narayan Maharaj claimed to be senior to Srila Prabhupada on the basis that he claimed that sannyas is the real initiation, not Srila Prabhupada's diksha from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Since Srila Prabhupada had used the term Ritvik in an obscure part of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is highly unlikely that Tamal had time to read the term Ritvik himself. So the best bet is that he heard it from his then mentor, Narayan Maharaj. Okay? Any questions so far? Narayan Prabhu, would you like to add anything?
No,
Okay.
If anyone has anything to say, I can respond, but
Okay, all right. So the third instance of Narayan Prabhu commenting, so Tamal prevailed in using the term Ritvik rather than Srila Prabhupada's very inclusive term officiating acharyas, which had been used since 1970. The July 9th letter cannot be attributed to Srila Prabhupada. Tamal wanted it to be his own letter, and he signed the July 9th letter as its author in the bottom center of the letter. That is where the author signs. Srila Prabhupada signed on the left-hand side of the letter, which is where witnesses sign. He added the word approved to indicate that he did not disagree with the July 9th letter, but he was far from being the author of the letter. Note, ask any corporate lawyer to indicate where the signature of the author is placed on a legal document and where the signature of a witness is placed. Okay, then the next response. Note, the term Ritvik is not in common use in ISKCON Vaishnava community. It briefly appears 3 times in the Srimad Bhagavatam, but was never a term used by Srila Prabhupada at all. The source is Narayan Maharaj. I think that Tamal used the term Ritvik because no one had ever heard it before, and it would seem that Srila Prabhupada had picked a magic word to describe how the Sampradaya was to go on. Note, the historic use of the term Ritvik typically refers to the oldest son of a certain type of Brahmin who uses that term for esoteric practices for some reason. Thousands of Muslims have pounced on the term Ritvik and named their oldest sons Ritvik. Other than that, Ritvik has been used by Narayan Maharaj and his disciple Tamal Krishna Maharaj. That is why I reject the term Ritvik. I use officiating acharya because it takes us past the, what is this word? Accursed. What does it mean? Accursed. It means accursed,
accursed
right?
means that which is cursed.
Yes, accursed July 9th letter authorized by Tamal. To 1970, when Srila Prabhupada first began delegating initiations to his senior disciples like Hansadutta, Bhagavan, and others, it is preposterous for anyone to take initiation from a Ritvik guru. These gurus falsely tend to try to keep the Ritvik disciple under their personal guidance. Yashodanandana is a prime example, luring the Ritvik initiates into the Hare Krishna society with him as their Shiksha guru. Okay. Let's see. The Ritvik movement is largely a scam and has produced let me read that again. The Ritvik movement is largely a scam and has produced misery, okay, and has produced misery wherever it has been implemented. There is nothing in the July 9th letter that indicates that Ritvik initiations can and should go on after Prabhupada's entered Samadhi. There is no limit to the number of Prabhupada disciples that can be initiated as members of ISKCON via the officiating Acharya, and all of these disciples will be fully Prabhupada's disciples, not hooked in any way by the disruptive Ritvik bogus gurus. Note, Yashodananda is a prime example of bogus Ritvik guru. He uses Ritvik as a political ploy and tries to make those...
Ploy.
Oh, yes.
Ploy means trick.
He uses the Ritvik as a political ploy and tries to make those initiated by his Ritvik initiations part of his personal power base. So I'd like to make a comment here that anyone who is acting as a Ritvik, officiating Acharya, they initiate on behalf of Srila Prabhupada, and if they try to act anything more than a god brother, or try to act as their guru, that is going to bring disaster in the life of the so-called Ritvik, or the Ritvik initiations, right? That's what you're trying to say here, right, Narayan Prabhu?
Yes, that they're really just soft pedaling that they become. A person that actually went just as far was that sort of crippled guy that ended up dying with Harinam.
His name, he was in Hawaii. What's his name? Kapindra Swami Maharaj.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he would be Ritvik, but then he wanted to be their guru also.
Okay. All right. So let's continue to the last, the second last paragraph. So to answer your question, are those who are initiated by the July 9th Ritvik letter wrong? They are not wrong, but misguided. The July 9th letter using the term Ritvik was a trick planned by Tamal. What Tamal did not realize that by not signing the July 9th letter, Srila Prabhupada actually tricked Tamal. Srila Prabhupada's trick with the July 9th letter was to ensure that all 11 zonal GBC autocrats would become fused together by the July 9th letter. His overreaching purpose was to ensure that these 11 would ridiculously declare themselves to be successor gurus to Srila Prabhupada. Did Prabhupada really want 11 of these neophyte disciples declaring themselves to be Uttama Adhikari successor gurus? Of course not. Unfortunately, the alternative would have been that they each independently would have declared themselves to be successor gurus. Srila Prabhupada sent them to take counsel from the infamous Sridhar Maharaj, who, having appointed Ananta Vasudev to be the successor Acharya to the Gaudiya Math, had covered himself in shame. So Srila Prabhupada knew that his true disciples would eventually be able to see through the successor guru hoax, and that ISKCON at some point would be able to go on with Srila Prabhupada as the only initiating self-effulgent Acharya for the next 10,000 years. I hope that helped, and you are free to ask more questions if you like. So this was for the devotee who asked this question on Facebook about these 3 points. Here, he asked this question. Yes, this question here. First question was, is there a relationship between the May 28, 1977 conversation on Ritvik's officiating acharyas and the July 9th letter, 1977? What is the difference between the terms Ritvik? Yeah, this is the second question here. What is the difference between the terms Ritvik and officiating acharya? But then Narayan Prabhu also answered this question. Those who are guided by the July 9th letter to accept Diksha from Srila Prabhupada, are they wrong? Narayan Prabhu said they are not wrong, but they are being misguided by the so-called Ritviks trying to be their, quote unquote, guru,
Besides, Ritvik has taken on a hideously bad name all over the world.
Yeah.
It's a jagged, crude sounding word, and as opposed to officiating acharya, which to me is a very soothing phrase.
Yeah. Jai. Okay. So let me see here if there's any questions. Okay.
I sent a link on the chat.
Okay. Yeah, we'll discuss that, Prabhu. I see it here. So let's go over that. Now, Narayan Prabhu, we'll go over this link that Janaspriya Prabhu has sent us.
Sure.
Here. This is from Hansaduta's website. So Hansaduta Prabhu has passed away.
Well, I was very close to Hansaduta.
Yeah.
My son almost married his daughter.
Yeah. Okay. Let's discuss here. Srila Prabhupada's usage of the term Ritvik. Okay.
By the way, who is Who sent this link?
This is Janaspriya Prabhu. He sent it to me.
Okay, Jai.
Janaspriya in Hawaii. Okay. Srila Prabhupada and Tamal Krishna and other GBCs and Vaishnavas use the term Ritvik frequently. The word Ritvik is also found in many passages in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. And then here are about 6 instances of the term Ritvik as used by Srila Prabhupada and the GBC and other Vaishnavas, and many times in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay,
31 times on the Srimad Bhagavatam.
31 times. Okay,
I'm mistaken then.
yeah.
But in what context?
We
We'd
could,
have to look at each use
Yeah.
to see how it was used.
yes. So let me just finish this and then we can go on to the next thing.
Sure, that I'll be delighted to.
Yeah, okay. Number 1, this is a letter as said in July 9th
From whom?
letter.
From whom to whom?
This is from the July 9th letter, 1977. So this is Tamal, I think. Let me see, hold on.
You know, Tamal also referred to the July 9th letter as something that he had written, not Prabhupada.
Yeah, Tamal was very, you know,
Well, he thought he had outsmarted Srila Prabhupada,
yeah,
whereas Srila Prabhupada had actually outsmarted him.
yeah. So, okay, let's continue the reading. 1 second.
It was fascinating.
Yeah. 1 second here. Let me share the screen here. Okay, number 1.
My knowledge or my idea of the use of the word Ritvik is based on what I've been told by others. So if this gives a broader scope, let's go for it.
Jai, okay, number 1. As said in the July 9th, 1977 letter, recently, when all of the GBC members were with His Divine Grace in Vrindavan, Srila Prabhupada indicated that soon he would appoint some of his senior disciples to act as Ritvik, representative of the Acharya. Okay. Then
He actually used that term.
let's see, hold on. Let me verify this. Representative of the Acharya. See if this comes up in any of Prabhupada's letters. 1 second here. Let me
It's
search.
easy enough for people to insert the word Ritvik.
Yeah, so I will verify this. 1 second here. Search.
Never got the feeling from anything that I've read that Prabhupada eagerly embraced the term Ritvik.
Here, there's a letter by Srila Prabhupada. Let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. July 7th. No, July 9th, 1977. This letter is written by Tamal Krishna, I think. Hold on, let's see. Who signs it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the same letter.
Yeah, but basically, mostly it's 31 times on the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Okay. So, yeah, the word representative of the Acharya appears in the July 9th, 1977 letter by Tamal Krishna. So that is representative of the Acharya, officiating Acharya. So Tamal writes,
I don't understand what you just said.
in Tamal's letter, he writes,
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada indicated that soon he would appoint some of his senior disciples to act as Ritvik, representative of the Acharya, for the purpose of performing initiations for both first and second initiation. His
So
divine
that is after the July 9th letter was made?
No, this is the July 9th letter, no?
It is
July,
the July 9th?
yeah. Yeah, this is the July 9th letter here. You
Okay,
can,
well then I stick with my earlier interpretation or understanding.
yeah,
So Tamal took the word Ritvik and ran with it.
yeah.
I'm trying to see where it came from before Tamal took it and ran with it.
Yeah. So Tamal uses this word, two words together. First, he uses the word Ritvik and then gives an explanation representative of the Acharya, not officiating Acharya. So, okay. So then here, Hansadura Prabhu is saying, let's see, let me go back to his letter. Representative of the Acharya. So it is a representative of the Acharya is used in Tamal's letter. Then this meeting referred to above is 5/28, 1977. Meeting when all of the GBCs were with Srila Prabhupada in Vrindavan and asked him about initiations in the future, particularly at the time when you are no longer with us. Okay?
Yeah.
So May 28, 1977 conversation, officiating acharyas, Ritvik.
We have referred to that letter as being non-admissible because when I was given in interviewed by the GBC, they did not mention it because it was a tape that was not authorized for forensic use.
Okay. Jonas Priya Prabhu, you shared this. So what was your main intention in sharing it?
Just that there's 31 quotes of the word Ritvik by Srila Prabhupada in the Bhagavatam, and the verses are in that.
Okay, you have all 31 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're right there.
Great.
Yeah.
But let's get through this part first.
And
Okay.
then in the Mahabharata is described Veda Vyas as the supreme Ritvik.
Well, we don't have the Mahabharata, do we?
I have a Mahabharata.
By Prabhupada?
No, by the one that Prabhupada told us we could read.
Doesn't count.
Well, it's there.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm not saying the word Ritvik doesn't exist.
but 31
saying the
times
word Ritvik
in the
was not
Bhagavatam. What
Okay.
we should check is the 31 instances
I'm
of the
waiting for
Bhagavatam.
you. I'm waiting for your arguments, if you will call it that, to establish that Prabhupada introduced the term Ritvik into ISKCON.
Oh, he put it in the Bhagavatam 31 times.
Well, I mean, in normal conversation, I never heard him say Ritvik in a lecture.
He said everything we need to know is in his books, 31 times in his books.
So what does that have to do with everyday lecturing?
I'm just saying that the word Ritvik was used by Prabhupada in his books many times.
I'm not saying the word Ritvik was not used by Prabhupada. What I'm saying, it was not something he brought up continuously when he referred to his succession. Right? Did Prabhupada bring up the word Ritvik frequently?
We
or
will have to
also-
look at those quotations from the Bhagavatam. see what
Okay, now
they
first of
say.
all, which cantos are those quotes from?
He has the link right there with the numbers.
Here,
Yes,
the
English.
Canto 4, Canto 5, Canto 7, Canto 8, Canto 9, Canto 9, Canto 8. Yes, Canto, yeah. So let's,
Anything past the first part of Canto 10.
yeah, it's all before Canto 10.
Does he have anything in Canto 10, 11, or 12?
No.
Okay.
So let's look at some of this. Canto 4, 6, 1. Do you want to look at them or no?
Let's go for it.
Okay, let me look it up. Hold on.
I'm going to canto everybody good night.
All right. Hare Krishna.
Oh, you can't do that.
Oh, I'll see you when? Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow, next meeting.
Tomorrow.
Fantastic. Good
Sure.
night. Hari Bol. Hari Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hare
Hari
Krishna
Bol,
Mahaprabhu.
Mohit. Mohit.
Bol.
All right. Good night. Good day.
Good night and good day. 4611. Okay, we're gonna look at 4611, the term Ritvik. Let's see what comes up. 4611, Srimad Bhagavatam. 4, 6, 11. Where is the Ritwik? 4, 6, 11. Okay, Janaspriya, I need your help here. You see 4, 6, 11, right?
No.
Hold on, let me share my screen. Ansaduda is quoting. You see here.
Yeah.
This 4, 6, 11. Hold on one second. Here it's saying 4, 6, 11. You see it?
Yeah.
4, 6, 11. So I'm at 4, 6, 11. I think I'm right here. 4, 6, 11.
So read it. Where's the
Let's see.
Ritwik?
Where's the Ritwik here? I don't see it.
It's not on the text.
So
What?
Maybe on the purport, but I don't see the purport.
yeah, I don't see it. So let's move on to the next one. Hold on.
You know,
Oh,
it could be made
now
out
look,
by somebody.
You want to
too.
look through the purport and see if the Ritwik is there?
No, there's no purport to this verse.
So how can you say the word Ritwik appears?
Okay, it doesn't appear in there. So let's go.
That's why we're investigating.
Yeah, we're investigating. Janaspriya, you see 4, 7, 16 here?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go 4, 7, 16. Okay.
So in
4.
other words, the first reference is sort of bogus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
Maitreya Uvacha.
Janaspriya, where is it? Maitre Uvacha.
It's not on the text. The grace of Maitreya.
Oh, here it is, Ritwik.
Okay, and how is it translated?
Janaspriya, can you explain?
I can't read it. It says Ritwik the priest. The
Well,
priest.
If it is in the synonyms, is it in the text? Oh, that's in Sanskrit, right?
Yeah.
Does it say Ritwik in the text? In the Sanskrit text?
Yeah, they don't have the purport,
It
so
doesn't say Ritwik in the text.
no, it's on the synonym.
Synonyms.
So that's not even Prabhupada. That's why we're
Ritwik
getting
the priest.
words. Yeah.
Okay, now let's see the translation. Does the word Ritwik appear there?
Oh no, it's not.
Well, why not? Does it appear in the purport?
We don't. The problem is there's no purport.
This verse has no purport.
They have, but they don't put it in here. So we will have to. I will check this. I will check them out, and I'll find out. Because see if so far it hasn't been good.
So far, out of 16, strike 2, right?
But they say it's 31 times in the Bhagavatam.
Okay, out of 31 times, we've now eliminated 2. We're down to 29 times. Keep going. How come there's no purport here, Ramachandra?
We're not looking on database where there's some.
In the database, they don't put the purports?
No, in database they will have the purport.
Well, what are we looking at?
Whatever he's looking at, there's like a text file on the left, and it has each verse that they quote.
Okay, well, let's keep on going. Will this prove anything if we can't see the purport? Okay, what's the next use? We've got 29 to go.
Okay, so the next where it appears is 532. 532. Let's go to 532. The word Ritvik appears in 4, 17, 16 as the synonyms. Ritvik, the priests. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that's the one we just saw.
Yeah, I know. So let's go 532. Let's go to 532. Shrimad Bhagavatam 532.
And this is unedited, right?
Yes, this is the unedited.
Okay.
532. So the term Ritvik, where does it appear? It's probably going to appear in the synonyms again. Let's see.
I don't see it on the.
Okay, let's see. Janaspriya.
It's not in the verse?
It generally appears. Oh, here it is Ritvik. You see it
Yeah,
right here. Narayan Prabhu, you see it. Ritvik, priest conducting the ceremony.
Okay.
So it appears in 532.
But not in the verse, right?
Not in the verse, but in the synonyms.
let's scroll down to read the verse.
Okay, let me
Translation.
see. Purport. You mean the purport? Or
No,
the
no, yeah, the translation.
okay. In the performance of a sacrifice, there are 7 transcendental means to obtain the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By sacrificing valuable things or eatables, number 1. Number 2, by acting in terms of place. 3, by acting in terms of time. 4, by offering hymns. 5, by going through the priest.
That
Right
must be-
here.
Yeah,
Right here, number 5, by going through the priest. Number 6, by offering gifts to the priests. And 7, by observing the regulated principles. However, one cannot always obtain the Supreme Lord through this paraphernalia. Nonetheless, the Lord is affectionate to his devotee. Therefore, when Maharaj, Nibi, who was a devotee, worshipped and offered prayers to the Lord with great faith and devotion.
I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
yeah, it's not on the translation. I read it. Oh,
Okay, so the Ritvik only appears here
let's
in,
see if it's on the purport. Probably not, huh?
no, it just appears as a synonym. See it?
Yeah,
Okay, let's go to the next one then. 533, the next verse. 533. Okay. The word Ritvik appears in the Sanskrit, I guess. Roman translation, Sanskrit here. See it? I
yeah,
highlighted it. Can I get confirmation? Do people see it or no?
yeah.
Okay. And then it appears in, let's see, does it appear in the synonyms? Oh yeah, it does appear in the synonyms right here. See it?
Yeah.
The priests. Okay, is Narayan Prabhu, are you there? Or he has left?
No, he's there. I see him.
Okay, you see him, okay. Okay, so it is used in the Srimad Bhagavatam. At least we looked it up 1, 2, 3 times. Let's go 5, 4, 17. 5, 4, 17.
Okay. I had to change my batteries, so I missed out on your reading. Did you run?
Oh yeah, the
into-
Ritvik word appears in Canto 5, 3, 3. See it here? Ritvik, the priests. You can see it on the screen. I'm sharing it.
Yeah.
And then the Ritvik is also used in the Roman translation of the Sanskrit. Here, where is it? I just saw it right here, Ritvik. See it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. 5417. Let's go 5417.
Is it in the purport?
It's not in the purport. It's not in
Prabhupada
the,
doesn't use it in the purport.
Well, scroll down on the purpose.
let's see,
That's the main thing we would want to see.
no, it's not used in the purport.
No, doesn't look like it.
Okay, 5417.
Therefore, its importance to anything we're doing is not substantiated yet.
Ritvik is also used in the synonyms in 5417. It's used as, Prabhupada uses the synonym Ritvik, the priests. Okay? So then Prabhupada gives an explanation. Lord Rishabdev performed all kinds of sacrifice 100 times according to the instructions of the Vedic literatures. Thus he satisfied Lord Vishnu in every respect. All the rituals were enriched by first-class ingredients. They were executed in the holy place according to the proper time by the priests. Prabhupada is here?
Yeah.
By the priests who were all young and faithful. In this way, Lord Vishnu was worshipped with the prasad was offered to all the demigods. Thus, the functions and festivals were all successful.
So
So,
let's glance at the purport
yeah,
and see if the word Ritvik pops up.
let's see, Ritvik.
So far, Prabhupada sees Ritvik in the verse, neglects it in his translation.
Yeah, it's not in the translation.
And it's not in the purport.
Let's see, it is said in Dharmadachat Pragya.
I don't see it.
No, yeah, it's not used in the purport. No, it's not in the, okay. So, see, the term Ritvik only appears in the Sanskrit and the synonyms part when Prabhupada uses the word Ritvik to describe the priests. So, it's not used in the translations and purport. So let's go to the next one, see if it's used in the translation and purport.
Yeah, do you see, I think we're making a fairly strong point that the word Ritvik appears, but Prabhupada didn't use it for his disciples to learn. I mean, who's going to learn from the translation? Did we learn from the purport? And we learn from the translation.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we have come to the conclusion that the word you guys want to look at some more, or that's
come
about
on,
it?
let's look at let's go. We only have like 27 more to go.
Okay.
No, actually, the other ones is the word changes. It's not Ritvik. It's something related to RTBIJM.
You
But
mean
let's
this,
finish. Let's finish. There's 2 more or 3 more on the top line, and that's probably enough to get an idea of what's going on.
okay, sounds good. Let's look at 7320.
What's
7.
all this July 12th thing, TKG? That's Tamal Krishna, right? Or is that something totally different?
Oh, this one, yeah. This was the conversation that happened in Topanga Canyon, where Tamal was saying that Prabhupada never appointed us to be, successor gurus. And then he retracted that statement, when the GBC banned him.
Yeah, okay. So in other words, he used the word Ritvik again, but so far we've not seen Prabhupada using the word Ritvik the way Tamal uses it.
Yeah,
So far.
yeah.
But there's
7.
27 more to go. Let's go.
7320. Let's go. 7.
We can go over it quickly if we want, but as long as what we really want to do is see the word Ritvik in the purport,
7320.
in the translation and the purport. That should be
Okay, let's
easy
see.
to do.
let's see if the Ritvik word is used in 7.320. Is this 7.320? Yes.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
I don't see it.
No.
Okay, it's not in 7.320.
Purport. Let's see on the purport.
Okay, let's, you want to see the purport? Okay.
Yeah.
In this regard, Jita,
It's not in the translation, right?
it's not in the translation. Nope, it's not in
Could
the
you
purport.
scroll it down a little more?
That's it. Jonas Priya, this is it.
Oh, that's it. Huh. That one is not even in there.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to 8.20.22. Okay?
Yep.
8.20.22.
Who said that they were there? Whose numbers are we working with?
This is a Hamsudura document.
I see. What he was trying to establish the word Ritvik?
Just that Prabhupada used the word Ritvik. Because a lot of people say Prabhupada never used that word, that it was a Tamal Krishna.
Oh, he said. Yeah, well, I think that we're barking up a better tree these days. You know, something that makes more sense to everyone.
Okay, we'll just use this one, the last one, see if Ritvik appears here. Okay, let's see. Tasya, Acharya. It doesn't appear in the text. Let's see if it appears in the synonyms. Acharya. Okay, here it appears. Saha Ritvik Acharya Sadasya, with all priests, acharyas, and members of the Holy Assembly. So here it's used in context. Saha
The priest.
Ritvik Acharya. Yeah,
Well, it doesn't say Ritvik Acharya.
yeah.
It says with all the priests, comma, acharyas.
Yeah. So the translation, the synonyms go Saha Ritvik Acharya Sadasya. Then Prabhupada gives the meaning, with all priests, acharyas, and members of the Holy Assembly.
So he does not say Ritvik Acharya.
No, it does not say Ritvik Acharya.
In the translation,
Okay, Bali Maharaj, along with all the priests, acharyas, and members of the assembly, observed the Supreme Personality of Godhead's universal body, which was full of 6 opulences. That body contained everything within the universe, including all gross material elements, the senses, the sense objects, the mind, intelligence, and false ego. The various kinds of living
it's all covered
entities.
there. Priests and acharyas, no word of Ritvik at the top. In
Yeah.
the purport, is there anything at all?
Let's see. Let's see. In the
No need to
Bhagavad,
read it, just glance it, you know, because
Let me
we're going
see.
to get through as many as we can.
Yeah, I don't see it.
no, there's no.
There's one more, huh?
Let's look at one more.
Yeah, that's the
What
last one.
more? I think we got about 20 more, don't we?
Yeah,
Nine.
the other ones is not the word Ritvik. It's not. It's
It's something else. Ritvik. It's not the word Ritvik. It's
Well,
something.
we should look at it and see what it is.
Okay, 9.1.15. Hold on, 9.1.15. Let's look at 9.1.15. After this, I'll go look at if there's any questions. We have to take that. That's more priority.
Exactly.
9.
But what we're trying to establish is there an argument that Prabhupada used the word Ritvik in a significant way in his writing? And so far, we're finding that although the word Ritvik appears, he does not use it in a way that someone else will pick it up during a class and mention it in the class, right?
Yeah, Prabhupada uses it here. Ritvik priest.
Okay, is that in the translation?
No, that is in the synonyms.
Okay, so now what happens in the translation?
Let's see. Today, the word Ritvik is not used in the translation.
Well, then we can forget it, you know?
Okay, so let me go look at if we have any questions from our devotees who are watching.
You're not obsessed with finding the answers here.
I have done
Well,
enough.
I think that so far we have proven that Prabhupada, so far, we have not come up with a single example where Prabhupada used the term Ritvik the way Tamal used the term Ritvik. Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yes.
And there's no point in taking it out of the translation. You have to take it out of the in the Sanskrit words. You have to take it out of the translation and the purport and everything like that.
Okay, so we have about 10 minutes, so there's no questions. Just gonna open
There are
it
no
up here.
questions?
Yeah, no questions online. Let me check on Facebook if there's anything on Facebook. So I think we sufficiently answered that devotee's question, at least to our understanding. If they have any follow-up questions, they can write to me or to Narayan Prabhu, and then we'll discuss it more.
Those three questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so do we want to get back to Ritviks again and see if we can find any more in our remaining time?
Hold on, let me see if there's any questions on Facebook. Okay. Let's see here.
What we're looking for is probably using the word Ritvik in the translation of the text or the purport. So far, we haven't run into anything like that. Right?
Yes.
So I think it's worth our while to keep going on that because we're going to be challenged sometime in the future.
Okay, yeah, let me look it up. Hold on. Let's see here.
Going backward or forward doesn't matter to me. Maybe going from newest to oldest would be best.
Okay, let's see.
So when you have a translation there from Sanskrit and the translation says Ritvik, that's when it appears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when Prabhupada uses it, he doesn't use the term Ritvik. Is that right?
Yeah.
Am I mistaken?
No.
Not on this point, at least.
Okay, let me see. What's going on here?
I know it's tough, but you know, this is such a big issue.
Yeah, I'm not sure why people are so concerned about this term Ritvik.
Oh, they're desperate. They're desperate. It is all Krishna conscious aspiration. They say,
Yeah,
oh, Ritvik, oh, there's Ritviks. As I meant Ritviks, and it goes on. There's some phrase that tells us it goes on past Prabhupada's samadhi, and that's our. And they don't realize they don't have to do that. My
yeah.
point
I
about
mean,
the July 9th letter is you don't have to go there. Leave it
Yeah.
alone. We can go to Prabhupada. Everything Prabhupada said after 1970 leads us to the point of officiating Acharya. What was the other term that was used
what term?
for the officiating Acharya?
Oh, Prabhupada used the term representative of the Acharya.
Representative of the Acharya. So which one is the right one?
Prabhupada used the word officiating Acharya, and Tamal in the letter used the word Ritvik and dash representative of the Acharya.
Yeah. So you can see that Tamal was obviously working off of Narayan Maharaj's use of the word Ritvik.
Here it is.
I mean, you can see how obscure the word Ritvik is, right?
Yeah, Ritvik, the representative of the Acharya. Yeah, people are so concerned about this initiation to this and that, which, I mean, they can follow the regulated principles and accept Srila Prabhupada as the guru, chant Hare Krishna, and offer
Yeah, but
the
if they
food
take
to
initiation
Krishna.
by a representative of the Acharya, then they are obviously initiated by Prabhupada via ISKCON.
Yeah. So,
It doesn't have to turn into this whole blood and sweat thing. So are you looking for more Ritviks? I'm sort
no,
of fascinated.
I'm looking at the questions here, see if there's any questions. 1 second.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'll just kind of rolled out of the here. Okay. Janaspir Prabhu, anything you'd like to say, Prabhu?
No,
Okay.
that was great. It was interesting.
Okay, let's see here. Let me share the
So
screen.
which Prabhu brought that list in?
Oh, it's just in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Janaspriya Prabhu was saying that the word Ritvik is used several times, and there's a deviation. Well, not a deviation, but a what would you call it, Janaspriya? A prefix of or like Ritvik type of word. Where is it?
Yeah, okay. I wish we had another 15 minutes to go through it because I'm the sort of guy, I'm very thorough when I do anything. And,
Yeah. So here, the word Ritvik, and now it goes to a different variation of the word RTVIJAH, and then it goes to RTVIJAM, then it goes to RTVIJ, I mean VIGBHYAH. So it's
so how
different.
do those words translate?
That's
individually?
yeah, that's what I'll look up. So I'll look up this word now. Ritvigya 457. Let's see, 457. 457. Let me look it up. Four, 5, 7. Srimad Bhagavatam. 4, 5, 7. Srimad Bhagavatam 4, 5. Four, 5, 7. Okay. Okay, here. The word is Ritvigya, the priests. You see it here?
Yeah.
I highlighted it. Ritvigya, the priests. Okay. Then it's used in 4.5.18. Let's go to 4.5.18. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's right there on top line.
Top line. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
here we go. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Here. Ritvik, the priests. No, it's not Ritvik, it's Ritvigya, the priests. So it's a variation of the word Ritvik, if you want to call it.
Well, it means more than one Ritvik.
Yeah, the priests, yeah.
A group. Ritvik, yeah, means one. And
Okay,
yeah,
and it-
usually added means multiples.
Yeah, 4.7.27. So it's used in 4.7.27. So it's used in Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 4 a lot of times. You know, 4.7.27. Let's go 4.7. Okay, 4.7.
So I would say, because even if Srimad Tamal read this fourth canto backwards and forwards, is there any reason he would pick the word Ritvik out of there? The way it's used in the verses? Would he pounce on it as the right word to use?
It's the first word on the top left.
Oh yeah, the first word right here. Thank you, Prabhu. So Ritvigya, the priests. It's also used in 4.7.27. So Prabhupada uses it here too on the Roman translation of the Sanskrit. Here, you see it?
Yeah.
I've highlighted it here.
Yeah.
So it's saying what is it? Ritvigya Uvacha.
Okay, now, what does he do in the translation?
Well, Prabhupada gives the priests. He uses the word, the priests address the Lord. See?
Yeah, so why would we pick the word Ritvik if Prabhupada doesn't even use it in the translation?
No, yeah, but Prabhupada uses the word the priests here.
Yeah, instead of Ritvik.
Yeah. So let's see.
So put it this way, I'm trying to think of Tamal's mentality. It is beyond his way of thinking to take the word Ritvik as a priest and then turn it into Ritvik again and use it as a means of succeeding Prabhupada.
4745. Okay, it's used in 4745. Okay, this will be the last one, 4745. So we're at 10 o'clock, right at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, here it is, Prabhu's. Here. The priest.
Haribol. Haribol, Prabhu, I need to leave. I'm leaving, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right,
Hare
Mohit
Krishna.
Prabhu.
All glory
Hare
to
Krishna.
Srila Prabhu.
Welcome. We welcome your coming and we hasten your departure.
Hare
Because
Krishna.
hastening your departure means you're on to something good.
Jai
Okay, so-
Prabhupada.
Chai. Haribol, Mohit Prabhu. All right, Narayan Prabhu, we're at the end of our meeting. It's 10 o'clock, 10:01 exactly. So,
Okay, so how many versions of Ritvik did we touch on? How many?
verse 2, just 2.
Two?
Yeah.
I thought we went through about at least 5.
Oh, the word Ritvik and the word Ritvigya, the word Ritvik, that's the first one. And the other one was Rtvijah.
Let's say, so if we do this in the future, which I recommend that we do, because we
Sure.
want to be armed and dangerous when it comes to the word Ritvik, we should only deal with the word Ritvik, not Ritvigya.
Yeah.
So how many more examples of the word Ritvik do you think exist? Out
Well,
of we went through at least 4 or 5 out of what, 31 was it, or 29?
yeah, it's more Ritvigjam, Ritvigbyam,
No, we don't
Ritvig.
need any of the Ritvik John because otherwise Tamal would have used it.
Yeah,
I mean, considering he's talking about 11 Ritviks, why do you say 11 Ritviks rather than 11 Ritvik John?
yeah,
I mean, that was, if he had really done the scholarship, which obviously he didn't, he would have used Ritvik John instead of Ritvik.
yeah.
But he stuck with the word Ritvik because he heard it from Narayan Maharaj. That's obvious.
Chai.
As Narayan claimed to be a Ritvik, and he claimed, actually, I didn't put in my text, which I was going to, he claimed to be superior to Prabhupada because,
Yeah.
the senior to Prabhupada because the sannyas is more serious initiation than Diksha, and he was initiated as sannyas 7 years before Prabhupada.
Yeah, okay. So thank you
This
to
is
all
all-
our viewers online and on Facebook for watching.
Yeah,
You're gonna
okay,
start?
go ahead.
Go ahead, Narayan Prabhu, you were saying something?
No, go ahead.
Okay,
You-
so we'll end
you're
it.
Closing out. Let's
Yeah, I'm
close
closing up.
Haribol.
Jai Janaspirit Prabhu, thank you for joining and sending me the
Hi.
link. And please join us tomorrow.
Why
Anyone
not
who's
ask
watching on
John Smith if
Facebook
he's
and YouTube.
satisfied that the use of the word Ritvik has become not as pronounced after reading the list.
Yes.
Does he agree?
What?
Does Janaspriya agree that the use of the word Ritvik is less pronounced after reading the list? We can see that Prabhupada does not use it even in his translation or purports.
Yeah. He doesn't. He doesn't use the word exactly Ritvik in the translation or purports. No.
Well, he
He
doesn't
doesn't-
use it in the translation at all, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see one use of translation?
No.
No, we didn't find any.
He translated it. He didn't use the original word.
Yeah. He gave the English equivalent Ritviks and he uses him as the priests, who are worshiping the deity or doing some
Yeah.
kind of sacrifice.
That's in the part we're supposed to read,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
so when we look at all of these use of the word Ritvik, it doesn't have anything to do with the July 9th letter.
Yeah.
Because Prabhupada never used it substantially in his purport or in his writing or his translation, saying Ritviks is the most important people because it is only they that can continue the Sampradaya or something of that sort.
Yeah.
I mean, if he said something like that, we would have something to look at.
Right.
But he doesn't. He doesn't even bother putting it into the translation or the purport.
Okay, so I'll end it there at that good note. Hare Krishna, all
Hari
glories to Srila
Bol.
Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.